Welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted in a few weeks. Well, a week or so. I've been sick with tonsillitis, which I couldn't talk half the time. I still have it, but it's getting better. But anyway, I'm back. This is the first video in a week, like I said. And today we are talking about Andreas Athanasiou. Now, we're not just talking about him. There's three possible trade destinations for him that I believe that he will go to one of these three. I don't believe he's a Detroit Red Wing for longer than past February. He is gone. I know for a fact. And Yzerman came out today and said he's not going to be passive. He wants picks and younger players. He wants to do a rebuild around Dylan Larkin. So that means getting rid of players like Athanasiou, Mike Green for that rebuild to start. Anyway, so the two destinations are in the East and one's in the West. The two Eastern ones are more known to make a splash at free agency to get their team in a deep playoff run. And let's start it with the Boston Bruins. They have been linked with a lot of players like Chris Kreider, Mike Hoffman. They have been linked to those names as well. And we all know that Boston's not afraid to pull the trigger. They did it with Charlie Coyle last year, and so on and so forth. They're a young team, but an old team. They don't have many of those middle-aged players. They're either in their mid-30s or mid-25s. There's not really that 30 range. And for Athanasiou to go there, I think it serves on the line with Charlie Coyle, that second, third line player, because ultimately they have one of the best first lines in the game right now. Arguably the best. You could say there's other ones. That's up to you. But for me, I think Boston has one of the top lines in the league right now. And they, like I said, they're not ones to hold back on a splash. So the next team, similar to Boston, is the Pittsburgh Penguins. The only difference is Pittsburgh's hurt. I haven't watched the game in a bit. I believe Crosby's still hurt. I could be wrong. But Jake Getzel's hurt. They have been linked to Mike Hoffman and Chris Kreider and Wayne Simmons. So for them, they need a scorer. Athanasiou has not been himself this year. I don't know if it's new GM or what it's been, but he's just not been himself, and it's showing this year. But he's one of those guys that could come in, compliment Malkin or Hornquist or Crosby or Rust. He's one of those guys that can help their game. Sorry about that. So Pittsburgh's one. Now, I said there was a West team. And it's no surprise that this West team is only 1 point out of first in the Pacific. No, it's not Calgary. It's the Edmonton Oilers. They are in Calgary tonight, and coming out this morning, they actually decided to scratch Yzerman Kara. Now, my buddy that does the Oilers stuff, he has a buddy in Bakersfield, and there's rumors that Yzerman Kara is either going to be placed on waivers sometime in the next week or traded. So it almost seems like Edmonton's getting away from him, which opens the idea of, well, Ken Holland, Detroit. Him and Yzerman are like really close. So the rumor out of Edmonton right now is that there is a trade in place for Athanasiou, and it's just a matter of if they're going to pull the deal. So the trade rumor actually is a prospect and a pick. Now, I don't know if that means Yzerman Kara as well in that, or if they place him on waivers, clear cap space, blah, blah, blah. But there are rumors that Kara is being kind of like Granlund, let go. In a sense, in quotations, let go. And we all know Edmonton has a deep pool of prospects, defensive forwards, and they have, I wouldn't say a lot of picks like Montreal, but they have picks they can get rid of. They just don't have their third overall pick this year because that is going towards the James Neal, Milan Lucic trade because Neal's going to outscore Lucic by 10 goals or whatever the thing was. So that's my thoughts. Give me a thought where you think Athanasiou will go. He does have 5 goals, 19 points in 36 games this year. But he's a minus 35. That could just be because he's playing for Detroit. Like, Detroit's not doing the greatest this year. But let me know in the comments, who do you think Athanasiou will go to? Those are the 3 teams that are in the mix, as far as I know. But hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys on the next one.